What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fellas Sports Pod. It's been a while, but we're excited to be here. Of course, I'm your host, Eli. With me,
This is Tyler. It's been a little while, guys.
it's been about five episodes since I think Tyler's been on. And for those of you who are new subscribers, new followers, this is Tyler and I have been doing this for a while. And we're excited to be back. We're excited to talk some college football with you guys. And
Very much so.
oh yeah. So first round of college football playoffs just ended today. We're gonna talk to that. We're gonna talk some future matchups. But first, we're gonna get right into the college football bowl pick'em challenge.
Yes, sir.
My pick'em challenge. So I'll give you your top three. In third place currently, and I know you guys can all see this, but for those of you who don't, third place currently is Jasic. Second place, Landon. You had first place for a little bit, lost it. Yeah. And first place, one of my good friend Logan's buddies. Oh gosh, it's gonna look bad. I don't remember his name. Beersy, congrats on being first place through week one. Yeah, there's your top three.
Making me look like I don't know ball.
Yeah, we got a couple undefeated still though through 11 games. Landon and Ashley, my sister. Kind of a shocker there, but congrats.
I feel like that's how it was going to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of 10-1s.
Me being one of them.
Yeah, I think I am too. Well, you're 9-2 now. Or 10-2 now. I think you're 10-2. I'm 11-1.
Whatever.
12-0s. So yeah, I want to talk to you guys about, I finally got the prizes figured out. So for third place, you will be getting $10. You'll be getting your money back. Congrats. Second place will be getting $30, so a little profit. And the first prize grand total is $280.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. Welcome, our next special guest.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back. So yeah, that's the college football playoff prizes. Your first place, second, third, and your undefeateds left. So congrats to you guys. Keep up the good work. Another thing I want to talk about is the point system. So a lot of people don't seem to understand the points. So the goal is the most points. I want to emphasize the highest points that you can get. If you lose, if a team loses that you picked, you lose the chance to get those points. So another thing to look at is the potential or maximum points. I can't remember what it says specifically, but currently Landon and Ashley have the highest potential at, I think it's 1128 points, because they're undefeated, they can win out. For me, I lost like a 30 pointer or something, so I currently, my highest is like 1198 or 1098. Those are the highest points that I can get. So there's about a solid third of you guys who made the picks but didn't change the points, which is why Landon's in first and Ashley is about 18th. Even though she's made all the picks, she didn't change the points, so she's farther down. But yeah, quick brief moment here. We're in Tyler's new apartment, I think. Yeah. And Hey Dude.
Hey Dude sponsor.
We're rocking the Hey Dudes, so just give us a sponsor. How official is this? This is like a podcast setup right here.
I think so. And one thing I'd like to say is,
You get some mics going. I mean,
yeah, we'll get some mics here soon.
Yeah.
Football today has been very unsurprising. The most surprising thing that I saw today was Will Howard played like a decent quarterback.
Will Howard looked good today.
It was just his best game of the season.
Do we need to be scared about that looking forward?
I don't think so. And I think that the one thing I
That's
have to
okay.
say about Ducks fans is we're very skeptical just because we've never made it all the way.
We have.
And
but
I mean,
Ohio
all
State
the way.
sucks.
Ohio State has always been.
Ohio State, Oregon, very. It's a common matchup in the Rose Bowl. Former Pac-12 and a
Yeah.
Big Ten team.
Yep.
Oregon currently on a 2-0 win streak against the Buckeyes, but
What do you mean 2-0 win streak?
we're on a 2-game win streak against the Buckeyes. But the overall record there is 9-2 for favoring the Buckeyes. So we'll see if they can keep that up. personally, I believe they can.
I think so too. And, I think that we just, I want to compare us to a fan base, and this might get a lot of flack from everybody else, but I feel like we're the Yankees. Yankees fans just don't have any faith in the Yankees.
I do agree. I kind of agree.
And Ducks fans just, I feel like we go, oh, here we go again, and that's not the way to look at it. You look at SEC teams, do you think Alabama ever has a doubt in their mind that they're not going to win a championship? I don't think so. I think a year like this just goes to, this surprises everybody else. I think the Ducks have it this year. I mean, we are just a well-oiled machine.
I don't think there's anybody as put together as this Ducks football team in college football right now.
I can completely agree with you.
Now, if Will Howard plays good, then Ohio State's very close.
It's close, but
there's still something about those Ducks, man.
There's something about the Ducks this year. It just makes me feel different. Dan Lanning has just a fire lit under every player on that team's ass, and I tell you what, I feel like we can do it this year. Our only issue I've seen this year is we just seem to play down to every other team's level. And if we're playing down to Ohio State's level, that's still a pretty high level of football. And last time we did that, we ended out on top, obviously a little closer than I would have liked it to been, but Will Howard is such a 50-50, like you've been telling me. Will Howard is just such a hit or miss quarterback.
If he's going to show up or not.
Yeah, and honestly, the Ducks got better as the season progressed. Obviously, look at Iowa State. Is that who it was?
Penn State.
No, Iowa State at the very beginning. Idaho. I tried to give them more credit than they needed. The Idaho State. Jeez, I can't believe
Idaho.
that. Just Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Idaho, really? I mean, we played down to their level. And that looked bad. And just to think how far we've come, everybody that's doubted us saying these guys almost lost to Idaho. I can't even remember what team it was because of how far back
they don't deserve to be there.
No, and I think this is the year that we just prove everybody wrong. West Coast football is finally just coming together.
What's happening?
First year in the Big Ten. I mean, nobody saw this.
I'm going to disagree with you a little bit on the play to our level. So that was a long time ago, I'll give you that.
That was.
I think we played to our level against Penn State. I think we played duck football.
I think we did
against Penn State. And I think if we continue to play duck football, there's not a team that can stop us.
I honestly, I did neglect Penn State in my statement there. Every other team we played, we were down to their level. But as the first snap of the Penn State game, I'm going, we're playing fast, and that's a West Coast style.
Great.
I mean, we're playing fast.
Back to football
hard.
right there.
That was good football. That was a good game and a good demonstration of how the Ducks, we're not going to play down to Penn State. What's his name? Quarterback.
Drew Aller.
Drew Aller.
Aller.
Whatever. I mean, nothing. Yeah, the guy rushed on us. So what?
Who did? Their quarterback.
Yeah.
Aller didn't rush on us. Their backup hit the transfer portal.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Send him to the transfer portal.
But yeah, a lot of faith in the Ducks for our Duck fans. Ohio State actually opens as a 1.5 point favorite over the Ducks. When are they going to stop hating on us? When are they going to when are they going to give us the respect we deserve? I mean, every time it just feels like, I think Penn State was favored over us.
I don't believe that was true. I think the Ducks were the favorite.
I think you're right. But if it was Ohio State was the opening favorite as the Big Ten championship. While Tyler looks some stuff up, I'm just gonna rapid fire some the last week's bowl games to you. On Tuesday, Memphis defeated West Virginia 42-37. Wednesday we had James Madison and Western Kentucky. James Madison took that one 27-17. UNLV beat Cal 24-13. Friday we saw a 3-game slate. Ohio beat Jacksonville State 30-27. That was a fun one in the morning. Florida took down our beloved Ty Thompson from Oregon and Tulane 33-8. And Notre Dame took the first game of the playoffs, beating Indiana 27-17. They will face Georgia in one of the bowl games. I want to say the Sugar Bowl. Today, Penn State took down SMU 38-10. They'll play Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. Texas beat Clemson 38-24. They'll play Arizona State in the Peach Bowl, maybe. And Ohio State beat Tennessee 42-17, and they'll face Oregon in the Rose Bowl. You got something there? Or find something? Or?
I'm looking at other stuff right now, but what I will say is we have a lot of bowl games coming up. I mean,
well, we got a crazy week.
These first bowl games that we saw this week, I mean, obviously the no-namers were pretty much, givens. But if you're betting on this stuff, like, we have a lot of games that are going to really be down to the wire. It seems like we haven't had that many games down to the wire.
No, I think a lot of them are very one-sided affairs.
Yeah.
Other than, Ohio State, Jacksonville State almost caught them, but nothing like it.
Or Ohio.
Memphis and West Virginia was pretty good. Oh yeah, Ohio, sorry.
Yeah, Memphis and West Virginia
almost
was good,
that was
but obviously Memphis won. That was the favorite. But I'm talking about, we can have some serious upsets coming our way.
I did miss one. It was the Sam Houston State and sort of Georgia Southern. Sam Houston State was the only upset this week. They beat Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern was favored. So good for the Bearcats. Bearcats with a K.
Yeah.
Their first bowl win. First, I think it's their second season in FCS history, I guess. I don't know.
A week from today, I think we're going to see one of the closer games of the bowl season. We're going to see BYU and Colorado.
That's a fun one.
That's going to be fun. BYU, they're 10-2 on the season. Colorado's 9-3.
BYU started 8-0, favored to win the Big 12, make the playoffs, and hit a wall.
Yeah, but Colorado's 9-3. They have the Heisman. Travis Hunter on there.
A projected top 5 pick, top 3 pick, Shedeur Sanders, and Coach Prime, of course.
That'll be a fun one to watch. That'll be on next Saturday, so make sure you watch that. We have a lot of fun games coming up.
Yeah, so if you thought the 9-10 games we had this week was entertaining, just wait till we get to about the 20 games that we have coming up this week. Tyler and I are going to do a little college game day pick 'em here. Our first game, the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Coastal Carolina, UTSA. That bowl is held at Coastal Carolina's home field.
That means a lot more than people think. Home games, it's just something different.
It is.
If you have that electric fan base supporting you in a playoff game and your drone's already high, it doesn't get much more in your favor that way. Football's going to be football, but you got to take every inch you can get.
It proved today in the playoffs, 100%.
Yeah.
Who do you got in that one?
We're going Coastal Carolina.
I'm gonna go UTSA. I think the Roadrunners will get it done. They're one of the few teams that competed with Tulane. They beat Tulane, I think. And
What are Tulane for?
Tulane was 10-2 when the year lost to Army, and I think UTSA. So I'm gonna go with the Roadrunners. Our next game is the Idaho Potato Bowl, famous Idaho Potato Bowl, the blue turf.
Yep.
Northern Illinois, Fresno State.
I have Fresno State pick for that one. I think I'm a little biased there.
I know there's a couple Fresnoers out there.
I do like the Bulldogs. I think it's mainly bias that had me picking them because obviously, I really don't follow their sports path as much as
I haven't
should.
either. I have no idea about Fresno State.
But there's just something about the Fresno State Bulldogs that just has me going, I think they're going to win. Are they the favorites? No.
I don't think so, yeah.
They're not. But I like Fresno State.
I'm going to disagree again. I'm going to go Northern Illinois. The only team to take down Notre Dame this year. That was an entertaining one back in week 2 or week 3. I can't remember. But I'm going to go the Huskies on that one. Feels weird. That feels weird to say.
It does feel weird to say. Obviously the Bulldogs 6-6, Huskies are 7-5, so it looks easy. But
different conferences.
But Fresno.
Little action.
Yeah, Fresno beat Colorado State 28-22. They lost UCLA 13-20, which just doesn't look good. But
UCLA is not a very good program.
No, Colorado State's nothing to brag about. This isn't the Big Ten. This isn't SEC. This is,
Yeah. So Tuesday, our only game is South Florida and San Jose State in the Hawaii Bowl. That's a fun one. Imagine getting to go to Hawaii to play a bowl game.
Yeah, that does sound fun. Tuesday's Christmas Eve, so obviously spending Christmas and Hawaii would be pretty sick.
Oh,
I wish
man.
I was enough of an
Yeah.
athlete to make it something like that.
So South Florida and San Jose State.
Furthest I made it was Lebanon for FFA.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think I meant to Great Wolf Lodge once. But yeah, who do you think there? South Florida or San Jose State?
That's South Florida on that one.
I'm gonna disagree again. I'm going San Jose State. Wide receiver Nick Nash should have won. The Blintikoff is the best wide receiver. Travis Hunter won that. I think that was a little biased there, but I think that guy's enough to get it done. I think the Spartans take that one. They almost beat Boise State. I mean, had them by the
Boise
belts.
State's a tough one. I think Boise State, just like the Ducks, have gotten better as the season's progressed.
San Jose State was up by 2 touchdowns and lost.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough when they're up and then they lose, because a team to come back like that just shows a lot of grit.
I mean, Boise State's the 3rd best team in the playoff for a reason. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not the 3rd best, but they're the 3rd seed.
Third seed,
So.
yeah.
I mean, they worked their way up there.
Yeah. Let's talk playoff football. Who do you
We'll get
got?
there. We'll get there.
Okay.
So of course Wednesday is the day off, Christmas. Thursday, I think it's a new name for this bowl, the Game Above Sports Bowl, Pitt and Toledo.
Pitt by a mile. Toledo. Sorry guys. I mean Pitt. I think Pitt's a 91% favorite. They're 91% pick. So
yeah.
I mean.
I'm also gonna rock Pitt.
Yeah.
Started off hot, 8-0, finished the season 8-5. Of course, not a great look for your team.
But
Toledo, I think, loses their quarterback. I don't think he's playing, so we'll see there. If not, I don't think their their stud wide receiver's playing. So yeah, I'm gonna agree there. Kansas State and Rutgers in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
yeah, never pick Rutgers. Rutgers, I think, is one of the least clutch teams in the history of college football.
I mean, they made a bowl game. That's
They
good.
made a bowl game, yeah, that's great. But have they beat a ranked team this year?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't think they have, and I think that's
They got
always
thumped by
been.
Nebraska.
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
think Rutgers has always just been. They're an academic school. What do you want from them? Hey, good thing they made football. That's cool. But
I mean, the birthplace of college football. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree. I think Kansas State gets that one done. I think Rutgers is without their star running back Kyle Monaghan. So yeah, I'm going Kansas State as well. Opt-outs are a big thing in college football.
Yeah.
Our last game of Thursday, Arkansas State and Bowling Green in the 68 Ventures Bowl.
I like Bowling Green. I do like Bowling Green.
I also went Bowling Green. Same with San Jose State, best tight end of the nation. Got robbed of the award, so I went with the Bowling Green as well.
Yeah.
Friday, we have Oklahoma and Navy in the Birmingham Bowl. Oh, sorry, Armed Forces Bowl. That's our first little higher,
Yeah.
better competition.
Well, it's tough with Oklahoma. They lost their star quarterback.
They lost just about everybody. I mean, quarterbacks, wide receivers, defensive backs, O-linemen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went Navy on that
I
one.
went Navy too. I mean, Navy.
They did just beat Army, not in a bowl game, about a week
Yeah.
ago.
Navy
So-
and Army both have been, when you think about their sports programs, you go, okay. Yeah, no kidding, these guys are semi-athletic.
I mean, Roger Staubach won a Heisman with Navy.
Yeah, but it's just, you just don't think of them as like,
Oh yeah,
you just don't
And
think.
the triple option offense, I love it, but it's a tough offense to win with against better teams.
Yeah.
They do it well.
Yeah.
So yeah, both of us go Navy there. Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt, a little game of the upsetters, the troublemakers of each division. They're the SEC and the ACC in the Birmingham Bowl.
I have Georgia Tech on that
I
one.
think I did too.
Yeah.
I just think they kind of struggled ever since beating Bama. They lost to Texas, close one there. And Georgia Tech, of course, beat Fresno, or it wasn't, we didn't know it was a bad Florida State team yet. Beat the 10 seed Florida State. They gave Miami their first loss. They went to 8th overtime with Georgia. So, I'm going the Yellow Jackets. Sting 'em.
Stephen, I think that the best look we have at Georgia Tech is looking at them playing Georgia I mean, that went into what?
Eighth overtime.
Eighth overtime. I mean, and that just
That's
goes
crazy.
to show,
That's-
I mean,
that's
against
insane.
Georgia team that's number 2 seed.
Yeah, two.
I mean, Georgia can very well be
A heavy favorite to be in the national
Yeah, I
championship.
mean, they could very well be in the national championship. Granted, their bracket side's pretty nice for
It
a
is
team
nice.
like that.
But Penn State's gonna get in some trouble, I
Penn
think.
State's going to give them trouble, but just the way the Yellow Jackets played against them. Was that a bad Georgia team or a good Georgia Tech team? You know,
Yeah.
that's just how you look at it. I'm going good Georgia Tech. Bandy, yeah, you beat Alabama, but I mean, this A isn't the best Alabama team we've seen,
That's true.
and B, you're granted a fluke game.
Oh
and
yeah.
I think that was their fluke game. So that's what I'll say about that. Sting.
So yeah, that's a fun one to look forward to. Next we have Texas Tech and Arkansas in the Liberty Bowl. I cannot remember who I picked.
That's going to be a
I
close
think
one.
I'm gonna say Texas Tech is gonna win.
Yeah, that's a battle of the mid right there.
I think Arkansas is down some guys, if I
Yeah.
can remember correctly.
Razorbacks.
Yeah, Arkansas one of the few teams to beat Tennessee in the regular
Yeah.
season, but
But we just saw Tennessee play tonight. I can't believe I
Oh,
almost said USC.
Texas Tech did beat. I think Texas Tech gave BYU their other loss. They beat somebody. I can't remember who. It was either Colorado or BYU. I can't remember, but a little spoiler in the Big 12. So you going Texas Tech as well?
Yeah. I mean, the Razorbacks, they have what?
I don't know.
They have John Daly's son on their golf team. That's the coolest thing that I've heard from their sports programs
Yeah.
in a while. So yeah, Texas Tech all the way. Not all the way, but
Yeah.
they might win.
We have Syracuse and Washington State in the Holiday Bowl.
Do you bleed orange?
I'm bleeding orange. I'm rocking with Syracuse. Beat Miami. Cal McCord is a stud. Finished like 10th in Heisman voting.
Which
Wazoo lost their stud quarterback to the Heisman portal. He's heading to Oklahoma. So yeah, I'm rocking with Syracuse.
Yeah, I'd say Syracuse has a decent program this year. I mean, they obviously had some good football games this season. Were they anything special? No, but nobody that we've talked about so far has been anything special. So I'm going to Syracuse.
Yeah. And our final game that day, USC and Texas A&M in the Holiday Bowl. That one's the Las Vegas Bowl. That's a fun one. You see two heavy hitting teams, historic programs.
Who do you have?
I went A&M.
I like A&M. Very decent pick. Teams in Texas just play big football. Obviously, that
Yeah.
wasn't displayed today, but
Well, Texas thumped them. SMU did not.
yes. SMU is who I was
yeah.
thinking about. Texas whooped them. But yeah, I would agree. Texas A&M.
Texas A&M, yeah, very good SEC team.
Yeah.
USC's kind of struggling. Their quarterback Jordan, oh gosh, Maiyava,
Don't worry about it.
replaced Miller Moss halfway through the year. I think USC's comeback of a team, great on them. Definitely not the team they started with and they expected to be after beating LSU week 1.
No.
Our Saturday slate, the Fenway Bowl, UConn, North Carolina.
That's going to be a close one. I think that UConn is the underdog. North Carolina, I haven't heard of their sports since, well,
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick. But what I was more thinking of is I haven't heard of their college program since
March Madness.
Michael Jordan.
Okay. This guy.
Michael Jordan. No, but I think that I chose UConn for that one.
I did as well.
Don't care for the Tar Heels program. I mean, hey, Belichick would be great, but Belichick's not there yet, I think. I honestly think that UConn will pull something out.
Yeah, it's a fun Huskies team this year. Usually
Yes, it
UConn is kind of a bottom feeder in college football, an
Yep.
independent school. Not very good. This year they played pretty good football.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm rocking with, again, the
UConn.
Huskies. The Pinstripe Bowl, held in Yankee Stadium. Boston College and Nebraska. ACC Big Ten matchup.
Boston College is a funny team to watch this year. I mean,
They were
They
were ranked at the beginning, beat Florida State.
which, like I said, at
Again,
the time
we
we
didn't
didn't know they were that bad.
Yeah.
But I can't pick Boston College on that one.
I'm gonna go with Mahomes and Nebraska as well.
I'm going to say Nebraska. I mean, Boston College, it'd be cool if they won, but first of all, anything with the name Boston playing at Yankee Stadium
I know,
is
that's a curse. I mean,
just not a good thing to happen.
Yeah. I believe Boston College lost their quarterback. He is actually headed to Florida State. So
Sorry, DJ.
good luck.
You're going.
I think DJ, you need to get a job. Louisiana and Texas Christian and the New Mexico Bowl.
Louisiana.
I'm rocking with TCU because Louisiana lost their quarterback in their championship game.
You're right. I changed my pick midway through.
No, it's already written down. It's already on the screen.
No, I changed it. I just look.
You're rocking with the Raging Cajuns.
I'm not rocking with the Raging Cajuns. I'm going for the Horned Frogs. Hey, speaking of the Horned Frogs, remember what they did a few years ago?
They went to the championship. Max Duggan.
I mean, are they doing it again?
No,
but
never, probably never.
I still like the Horned Frogs because of that.
Yeah. Louisiana lost the quarterback, lost the first home, was the first home team to lose the Sun Belt Championship to Marshall. Speaking of Marshall, we'll get to them later. So yeah, both of us rocking with the Horned Frogs, looks like. Iowa State, Miami, our first ranked matchup.
Iowa State, I do not have. I have Miami.
I'm also riding with the U.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Miami lost a couple important games, but what I will say is they still were a dominant force. Mario Cristobal, he's got a weird spot in my heart, but I tell you what, he's not that.
Ducks would be here without him, that's for
yeah,
sure.
I mean, Ducks draft class, I mean, really, it's just like,
Yeah.
is Cristobal a
Ward,
bad coach? No. Is Miami a bad team? No. Do they deserve a playoff spot? Absolutely not.
No.
But what
I mean,
I
you
will
lose the big games, you can't get in.
You can't, but are they playing a big game caliber team?
Yes. Iowa State's a pretty big caliber team. They're ranked number like 25 or something. 23 maybe?
And what's Miami ranked?
Like 15? 13?
Only because they lost those games. Miami was in the mix.
They were one of the few undefeated teams left.
I mean, really.
So yeah,
Miami.
I'm going with Miami as well. Heisman finalist Cam Ward is just that guy. Excited to see what he can do in the pros. Hopefully not for the Giants. Good lord, I think I'd lose it if he went to the Giants. So yeah, going Hurricanes in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Next we have Miami, Ohio, and Colorado State in the Snoop Dogg hosted Arizona Bowl.
Who do you got?
Low confidently, I'm going Miami of Ohio. I don't know anything about Colorado State. They lost to Colorado. Tyler said they lost to Boise State. Don't know anything about Miami, Ohio. I think they might have won the MAC. I cannot remember. Or they lost the MAC championship.
Yeah, I mean, that game's just a crapshoot. I mean,
It's a kind of a tough one, kind of thrown in the mix there.
That's
Snoop Dogg, though. I mean,
yeah, woohoo.
Arizona Barstool. So yeah, we'll just, you got a pick or?
Against the Red Hawks.
Who's favored? Is that Miami? Or is Colorado State favored? Favored.
Well, Miami's 8-5. Colorado's 8-4.
Oh, okay. So Miami lost in the championship.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I mean, that could be enough.
Rams are. They lost Fresno State. Yeah, I said I like Fresno State earlier, but I also said Fresno State. I don't even know who your quarterback is. You know.
I don't get it.
I'm going with Miami on that one. I think it's tough to lose.
Ohio, Miami,
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll skip that one. Pretty questionable game there. We got a little in-state game here. Military Bowl, East Carolina and North Carolina State.
Who do you have?
I think NC State. I think East Carolina's missing some guys.
Yeah, I have NC State as well. another crapshoot. I mean, these games are specifically designed to ruin people's bets because that's what it's for. Nobody cares unless you're a diehard fan.
Oh yeah.
I don't care. If it ruins my parlay, then I will care a little bit. If it ruins my pick'em, then I'll care. But other than that, it can happen. Wouldn't even know it. So I really don't have a pick. I have NC State, but I mean, like I said, may the best football team win.
Yeah, I'll go NC State as well. Riding with the Wolfpack. Never forget the Alamo Bowl. BYU Colorado are in Big 12 matchup there. So the reason they can do that is because all the Pac-12 teams are still under Pac-12 bowl rights until like next year or something. So Colorado BYU.
I have BYU. That's gonna be that'll be a fun game to watch. I think we talked about this already.
Yeah, we did. We mentioned it briefly.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with Dion, going prime. I mean, couple of studs.
Passes. I mean, it's just
couple of studs down there in Boulder. I'm rocking with the Buffaloes there.
Yeah, I mean, it would be. I mean, that's the thing about Colorado is they're a team that plays strictly based on electricity.
They do have a target on their heads.
Yes.
I mean, everybody wants to beat Colorado.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, all everybody talks about is Coach Prime and all those guys, and it probably annoys every other team to hear nothing but Coach Prime, Shador. When they didn't make the playoffs this year, and they were a decent football team. Yeah, they have a Heisman. Did he win that? I suppose. I think that BYU wins. There's a better football team. Unless Colorado decides to turn it on, just based on the momentum that they have, and that's what they feel. That's how they play. They play off momentum, and I think that will be the decision. It will be made early on in the game. No big comebacks from Colorado. I think that first half will decide the second half of the game. I think that will be first half will decide the outcome of the game.
And our final bowl game, Independence Bowl, Army taking on Louisiana Tech, who's replacing Marshall. Marshall is out of the bowl game because they lost their entire team to the transfer portal. Their coach and their entire team is leaving for the transfer portal. So we have Louisiana Tech and Army in the Independence Bowl.
I have Army, and I don't think I need to elaborate.
I'm also rocking with the Black Knights of Army.
Yeah, I mean, once again, you don't think of those teams as college football contenders, but I think Army, obviously, they're not even playing the team they're supposed to play. Go Army.
I mean, if Army beats Notre Dame, they're in the playoffs. I mean, that's as simple as that.
Yeah, which...
And yes, they did lose to maybe, but I don't know if they would have taken that game into consideration at that point.
I don't know. I feel like when you're playing Navy and your Army, there's a lot more going on there than you and I know.
Yeah.
And that could have played a part in it. But yeah, Army all the way, not even a discussion.
So yeah, that's our college game day picks for the week. We look forward to talking about them next week on Sunday or Saturday, whenever we do this.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler wants to talk about college football playoffs, so we'll do that real quick.
Yeah, I got playoffs. I mean, listen, playoffs are when it gets electric.
It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
I think every team that won today deserves to be there.
Absolutely, and everyone complains about, SMU's not a decent football team, why were they even there? Indiana didn't deserve to be there. Tennessee didn't play like they deserved to be there. What it comes down to is just the better team. Why are you not allowed to have your opportunity? If you're playing well enough, why can't you be an underdog that makes its way there? I mean, why can't we give them that shot? Obviously, Ohio State. Well, that wasn't obvious, but obviously Penn State's going to stomp SMU. I mean, no doubt in my mind, but yet, at least they had the chance. Hey, what if SMU did do something crazy?
It's definitely fun that they're there.
Yeah.
You could look at it one of two ways, saying, hey, it's great that you're here. It's great that you guys get your chance to prove something. But the odds are not in your favor. I think this year they could have easily gone the original BCS route and said, Oregon, Georgia, you guys get to play for the championship. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you think of? Would you put, if it was the 4 team, Oregon, Georgia? Would you have thrown? I mean, you can't throw Arizona State in. You can't throw Clemson in. The winners of the championships. You can't throw Boise State in, can you? I mean,
no.
they're still ranked too high. It would probably have been Texas, the loser of the SEC championship, and Penn State, the loser of the Big Ten championship.
And that's just not, that wouldn't sit right with anybody. I mean, you can't make everybody happy.
Oh yeah.
If you win your
Notre Dame
championship,
Notre Dame would have thrown a fit.
yeah. I mean, if you win your championship, you did something right, and you're not a completely irrelevant football program.
Oh, for sure.
But I mean, everybody complains, when you're, well, my team won this and why aren't we in? Well, okay. Or you complain that team's not even competitive. Well, they won their division. Why are they not allowed a shot?
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
obviously there are divisions that are better.
Big Ten.
Big, the SEC is a tough division, always have been.
Boo.
Big Ten, tough division. But then you get to like the Big 12, and it's like,
What are we doing out here? It's the Wild Wild West.
yeah,
The Big
it's
12.
like, you don't think of those teams, but yet, hey, I don't know. SMU makes a run,
Yeah.
SEC, but SMU makes a run. That's something people talk about. How'd the Horned Frogs make it?
Beat Michigan.
Beat Michigan.
But
Nobody
it's
said-
so 1 in 100, and I mean, I think TCU was that
and
1
it
in
was even
100.
tougher for them because they didn't have the opportunities that they have now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I mean it's and that's why I just keep thinking about TCU.
Cincinnati. I mean, TCU was actually a powerhouse conference. Cincinnati was not at the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, and we saw that Cincinnati got absolutely stomped by whoever they played. I think it was Georgia or Bama, one of the two. Do you want to talk about future matchups? I mean, I don't know how long this video's going for, but
We can have a long video. I haven't been in one for a while.
yeah, sure. So
Give me your
the
prediction.
playoffs start on, I think it's New Year's Day.
Okay.
So we have Notre Dame headed down south to play Georgia. I'm rocking with the Dogs. Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
I mean, I don't like Georgia. I never have, but yet Notre Dame just doesn't have it. I don't think. I mean, Indiana's
yeah.
not a good reflection.
Notre Dame looks good. I think the issue is Georgia's quarterback is out. He's not going to play. Is Carson Beck that much better than Gunnar Stockton? I don't know.
I don't know. Carson Beck. I mean,
Very.
I don't know. I mean, listen, Georgia's been a very skeptical team.
Somebody got hit in the
Not
head
skeptical,
too hard. I
but
don't know.
Georgia's been a very questionable team this whole year.
But I think their defense is what stands them out against
Yeah,
other teams.
I mean,
Just
defense-
light years above everybody else.
Yeah, good defense is good offense. That only means so much, though, because I mean,
They do say defense wins championships.
yeah, they do, and I do. Can
They
Notre
did win the
Dame-
SEC championship.
They did. Can Notre Dame really just walk through Georgia?
Definitely not.
If you have a halfway decent quarterback, but your defense is locked down, you're gonna do fine. And I think that's where Georgia stands, especially against a team like Notre
The
Dame.
question is Gunnar Stockton a halfway decent quarterback?
Yeah.
We haven't seen enough of him. I think
No,
he's
we
young.
haven't.
We didn't see him throw the ball very much in the SEC championship. He ran a lot. He threw a lot of screens, but never really took that shot. Never needed to take that shot.
Yeah, and I mean, it just comes down to what you need to do. I mean,
Oh yeah.
do I think that Georgia Notre Dame's gonna be a high scoring affair? Not really.
No.
Do I think it's gonna be an absolute blowout? Not really. But I do think Georgia comes out on top.
Yeah. Penn State heads way over here to Arizona for the Fiesta Bowl to take on Boise State. A lot of people saying Penn State had the easiest route to the playoffs, and I think they will blow out Boise State. I think number 11, Abdul Carter, is a top 5 pick. He's going to cause some chaos for Mr. Genty. I like that Boise State O-line, but I like that Penn State defensive line a lot better.
I think this is where we disagree. I have Boise State. is Penn State a very, very tough team to beat?
They look good in their last 2 games.
But Boise State, I mean,
barely beat Wyoming.
Okay. We barely beat Idaho.
That was week 1. We're talking about week 1 and last week.
I'm just saying Boise State is a team that has guys. They don't always have guys. They're a team that I'm obviously a little biased for. I think that Boise State can use their momentum against Penn State. I don't think you can compare Oregon to Penn State, that game to the Boise State Penn State game, just because the different, just different style of football. Boise State, obviously they're leaning on GNT a lot.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see if he is deserving of the Heisman after this one.
I think so too. I just think that if he is what they say he is, and what I think he is, I think he runs through Penn State, and I think he gives them a run for their money. So that's where I stand with that. I'm going Boise.
Texas, Arizona State, down south.
Listen, as much as I'd love to give it to Arizona State, because I'm classic college football guy.
Yeah.
Arizona State, it sucked. But you know what? Texas is just so tough to not give it to Texas.
I mean, you look like Matthew McConaughey right now.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Yeah. No, but I gotta give it to Texas. I think that they just play a different style of football Arizona State hasn't seen, and I think that Texas, they're just too hard hitting for Arizona State. Texas.
So you went the underdog last time. I'm gonna go with the underdog this time. I'm rocking with my Sun Devils. And here's why. I think the Sun Devils are the second hottest team in college football right now. Now, Texas looked really good today, but I think Quinn Ewers is one of those guys similar to Sam Howard.
John Gruden was so wrong today.
I think if Quinn Ewers is on, Texas looks good. I don't think if he's not on, they struggle. And I think Cam Scadaboo's a guy. I think Sam Levitt's a guy from Oregon, by the way, the quarterback of Arizona State. And I think Arizona State gives them a fight for their money. Will it be close? I think so. No, I'm not very confident in Arizona State, but I'm more confident. I think they do have a very good chance. I'm picking the Sun Devils.
I'm not saying it's a blowout, but I'm just saying Texas has been there. Arizona State has not been there.
It's gotta be. But yeah. Well, that's definitely an interesting one. Big 12 versus former Big 12, former Pac-12 versus SEC.
We just gotta jump into it. We can't waste any more time.
Yep.
Oregon,
the Buckeyes head down to Pasadena to take on the Ducks. The West Coast match there. Of course, like we said, a common Rose Bowl matchup there we've seen.
Yeah.
Penn State's beat Oregon every time in the Rose Bowl, of course, and in the national champion, any playoff games.
State.
What?
You said Penn State.
Ohio State. Sorry. I think it's going to be Penn State. Ohio State has beaten Oregon every time in the playoffs and the Rose Bowl. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Listen, I'm going to pick Oregon because the only doubt I have is from being an Oregon fan and doubting my
It's always it's stuck with, man.
I mean, if you look at everything statistically, Oregon will win. And if you just look at it from a Oregon fan standpoint, I'm going, oh man, we have to play Ohio State. I was hoping we'd play Tennessee.
To be a fan.
But why?
But really, just hoping for Ohio State to lose is what we're over.
Why? Why? Why are we scared? We're undefeated. We beat them once. So what? It was by a bonehead play. We were there right with them. I mean, that's what makes the difference. Will Howard, he looks like the spider from Sunny Patch Friends. I mean, really.
Yeah.
And, Oregon's a team that's so put together. I think that us Duck fans are just, we don't know what to do because we don't have anything to complain about. And I think that's the biggest thing. We have nothing to complain about. Our defense, solid. Our offense, pretty solid. Special teams, hey, we don't have Twinkle Toes out there anymore. We're doing,
great. Out of kicks.
Out of kicks. Yeah, I mean, it's just like we're well-rounded team, and there's no other team I see in college football that is as well-rounded as we are. Are we the best at some things? Yes. Are we not the best at other things?
No.
Yes. There are some things we're not the absolute best at,
100%.
but we're good enough to where it's well-rounded, you know. Classic saying, jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes.
We are the master of some, but
yeah.
it's not, you know, you don't have to be. You just have to be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. If we do what we have done previously and show off what we've done, if Dan Lanning keeps his team as electric as he has all season, there's no doubt in my mind the Ducks will walk over Ohio State.
Gosh, get this guy on the real game day, man. He knows his stuff. I'm gonna go from a non-Duck fan standpoint. I'm rocking with the Ducks. So here's what I'm gonna say: Dylan Gabriel versus Will Howard. I keep wanting to say Sam Howell. Will Howard. The difference between them is Dylan Gabriel's consistently better than Will Howard. Yeah. Will Howard has his off days. I think they're both on point. I think it's a very close game. Of course, West Coast, there'll be a lot more Duck fans there. It's going to be loud. You can take each part apart. You could say, hey, Ohio State might have a better defensive line. Oregon's got better running backs. They have pretty equal wide receivers, pretty equal secondary, pretty solid linebackers in Jack Sawyer and Jeffrey Bossa and Bryce Betcher. Pretty solid O-lines comparison. You could say the winner of this matchup is going to go and win the national championship.
Yeah.
You could say this is the national championship. I mean, this is what we thought we were getting in the Big Ten championship, and we saw it play out at Autzen. Close game, like Tyler said, just bonehead mistakes a couple times. So yeah, rocking with the Ducks as a non-Duck fan standpoint. As a Duck fan, I'm still rocking with the Ducks because I think there's a reason we're number one.
Yeah.
There's a reason Ohio State isn't, and there's a reason we didn't have to play today or yesterday. And I think it's just because the Ducks are the most all-around put-together team. And like Dan the man said, it doesn't matter who we play as long as we win.
Yeah.
As long as we play Duck football.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be really cool.
Oh, it'd be so fun. I'll be in Pasadena for that game. Sorry. So yeah, I'll be
good for you.
Oh, it is great for me. I'm excited. Rose Bowl, my first time heading down there. Hopefully I see a couple of you guys there. I don't know who else is gonna be there. Jeff, maybe. I don't know. But
I know I won't.
Yeah, sorry, Tyler. Things happen, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are college football playoff matchups. We'll definitely talk about it next week as well, because we'll see if our opinions have changed a little bit. We'll see if things have swayed a little bit. A lot of great bowl games coming up. A lot of interesting, a lot of slow bowl games. A lot of just head-on, arm swinging matchups coming up this week. 19 matchups. So get your TV remotes ready. Get your couches ready. Get your snacks ready. Get your whatever you're drinking ready, and sit down and watch some football. Relax a little bit this Christmas weekend. Do we have anything else to talk about? I don't know.
have 2 minutes to talk about MLB offseason.
MLB offseason, we'll go right into it. Couple big headlining trades and pickups on the deadlines. I'll let the baseball man talk about it himself here.
So, yeah, I mean, there's still some free agents out there, but, guys like Max Fried, Paul Goldschmidt. Obviously,
Yankees making headline
Yankees
deals.
are making headline deals. Paul Goldschmidt's
Their main headline is losing Juan Soto.
Yeah, I know. The Mets picking up Juan Soto, good for them. Really good for them.
Still, Mets are gonna Met.
The Mets are gonna Met, and Eli's not a Yankee fan. I am a Yankee fan, so obviously I'm gonna say that. But we've seen the Mets have stars over the years. They do the same thing.
Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger going to the Yankees, pretty sweet.
Former MVP. Don't sleep on that.
Everyone's like, oh, yeah, the Yankees picking up all these wash guys. Cody Bellinger, comeback player of the year. I mean, he balled out. He's a decent baseball player. Everyone gives him a bad rap. Just wait.
He was pretty good last year.
He was pretty good last year. Goldie, I mean, he's old, but he won an MVP 2 years ago. I mean, 2 years, really? Has he really gotten that old in 2 years? I don't think so. Max
2 years ago?
2022.
Really?
Yeah. In 2022, him and Aaron Judge won the MVP.
You're right. I completely forgot about that.
Paul
That's
Goldschmidt,
crazy.
I mean, the
And
guy.
Bader acted like he was washed up grandpa.
I know. And I mean, everyone's,
That's crazy.
yeah, he's awful. He won the MVP 2 years ago. I mean, you don't just fall off that hard. I mean, is he going to be MVP caliber? I don't think so. Is he going to be Anthony Rizzo?
Rizzo.
I love Rizzo, but Rizzo can't stay healthy. Goldschmidt hasn't given me any scares. I think that was a good pickup. Other pickups.
Our no trade clause of the week.
Yeah.
Arenado was our guy. Saving us from
Arenado,
going
yeah.
to the worst franchise in all of baseball, the Houston Astros. Emphasis on the Astros. Yeah, thanks to our guy, big Arenado fan
Yeah.
now. Bigger than I was.
Yeah, Christian Walker going to the Astros, that sucks. Josh Naylor getting traded to the Diamondbacks. I mean, that's nice. I've always hated Josh Naylor because we always see him, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why he hates him.
Don't care for Josh Naylor, but I think I can like him a little more now that he's playing for the Diamondbacks because he really is a slept-on player. I think he is actually decent, but since he plays for the Guardians, no one cares.
Yeah.
Is the Diamondbacks that much different? No, but they play the Dodgers, so they might get a little more starlight. Who else went where? Corbin Burns still up for grabs.
A lot of still big names out there.
Corbin Burns.
Burns. That's all I can think of right now. Luis Robert. I mean, he's still a big name. I mean, still a name.
Luis Robert.
Still a name. Bob.
Carlos Santana went to the Guardians. Obviously, to fill Josh Naylor's spot. Bonehead move, if you ask me, on the Guardians' part. I mean, Josh Naylor's young. Obviously, he's going to cost a little bit, but he's worth it. I mean, the guy plays decent baseball. Carlos Santana, he's 38.
I used to bet
Yeah.
if I would throw Carlos Santana under on whatever in my free bets because
Yeah. I mean,
just to try to make
it's-
some money because he would get like one at bat a game and it would be a strikeout.
Yeah. Really, I mean, obviously the Yankees are making moves. Brian Cashman is going nuts right now. This is a Brian Cashman I've never seen before, and pray it I wish I could have seen. But he's making trades. I mean, Trevino and
We're here for
Nestor leaving the Yankees. Oh, it hurts so much. But, you know, it's just...
Only know you love her when you let her go.
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand why these things are happening. We just picked up Fernando Cruz from the Reds because we traded Trevino. Cruz has got some nasty stuff. We need bullpen arms. Oh, Clay Holmes went to the Mets.
No!
The Mets.
What are you gonna do without Clay Holmes? What are the Yankees gonna do without Clay Holmes?
Jeez. Last team I want to talk about, because I don't want to talk all about MLB. This is CFB that we're talking about. But the last thing I'll talk about, the Athletics.
The Sacktown
Making
A's.
moves. I mean, they leave. Literally, they just left. Still have the jet lag from the plane ride to Sacramento. Actually, they probably drove. But, you know,
Bus ride.
the bus ride. And I
Come
tell
on,
you
now they
what,
can't afford flights.
Yeah.
But they can afford
Luis Severino and Gio Urshela, 2 pickups that they've made. This is the first time I can say I've seen the A's make moves in the offseason.
Is this the Sacramento A's or the Sacramento Yankees?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're looking
I
at
mean,
now.
the A's are not. I mean, obviously these guys aren't.
So we still get Domingo Germán. Crazy world.
The A's are not getting, you know, absolutely star-studded players. But hey, at least I know these guys' names. I mean, you want me to name A's players? I tell you, Paul Blackburn and Brent Rooker. But Paul Blackburn doesn't even play for him anymore.
Butler.
Who?
Lawrence Butler.
Yeah. I mean, just the A's are trying to do something, and I don't think it's to become a World Series caliber team. I think it's to become a team that's not second worst in the MLB.
Yeah.
And I think they can do it this year. I'm a big Sacramento A's fan. I'm obviously a Yankee fan at heart, but I am.
I mean, why not? It's like rooting
Yeah.
for the Lions at this point. I mean, We do.
Do you want to talk about NFL?
No. Yeah, we're college football fans right now.
Yep. We could talk all night about sports. There's a lot to go on, but I think this is where we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah. Quick 2025 preview. We have some ideas going. We're working in the lab right now, trying to come up with some fun ideas. We have maybe like a Do Perfect overtime thing coming up. I got some fellas to introduce to you guys. I got a Jeopardy game that could be kind of fun.
I have a karaoke machine.
We do have a karaoke machine. We can see how good Waylon is at karaoke. He says he is.
Yeah, I've also seen Peyton Manning sing.
Eli.
Eli Manning.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any ideas, anything you want to tell us, leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week for sure. Make sure you hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. Go follow me on Instagram, thefellassportspod with 2 S's. It'll be in the bio of this video, or the description of the video. Actually, I figured this out. If you want to hit that subscribe button, it's right above Tyler's head. YouTube thinks this video you're gonna enjoy it, so go check it out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
If you stayed this long, thank you.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
yeah. I mean, maybe you should probably go to bed. I mean, that's where we're at right now.
Oh my god.
Go to sleep.
Watching Eli and I sit here and just babble.
Yeah, I mean, good for you. Maybe you learned something today. Maybe you changed your picks.
Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna win $280. I mean, I hope you do.
Get
Well,
ready for the
mine do.
MLB.
Oh yeah, MLB, baseball, or I'm gonna say NFL football. LeBron.
It's late. We're gonna go to bed.
Yep.
He's going home. I'm going to my bed now.
Tyler and I are going to try to do as many videos as we can together before school starts. Spring break will definitely be back for March Madness.
Get ready. That'll mark 1 year.
Oh,
Fellow Sports Pod.
I'm so excited.
Sports Pod.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram so you know when other videos are posted. I'm posting updates on there for all the college football games. Heavy slate coming up. So yeah, be ready for that. Again, subscribe up there. I think it's up there now. Can you see it? Can you hit that up there? Can you hit it up there? Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Peace.